From days of long ago, created by the cosmic legends of the universe, there stands one man, one great man, a man dedicated to preserving all that is good in pop culture. Loved by few, hated by many. Alone in his fortress of awesomeness, he battles fearlessly against the wolf, the evil, the unjust. To right that which is wrong, to stand for justice, to serve all mankind. He is the one, the only, the Comic Relief Crusader! Hey everybody, it is yours truly back again. It is the Comic Relief Crusader, and thank you all for joining on on a 2-week hiatus on this Titillating Tuesdays. Glad to see everybody here. Crimson Toys and Lenrod. Oh, and we got Snaggle Fricklepuss on top of that. Well, great to see you guys. Yeah, sorry for the 2-week delay. Things have just been, oh God, it has been a, how do I put it nicely? It's been a very hellish month so far. And also I am I am dehydrated on top of that. So you'll excuse me for drinking while on the show as on top of that. Love that Sprite. I wish it was whiskey because God knows I need it right now. Yeah. Like some of you know, with this new job, it's a rotating shift. So for the previous 2 weeks, I was on from 4 to midnight. And even though I know some of you guys suggested, well, why not just do one at 1 p.m.? It's like, you know what? In practice, in theory, that sounds great. But when you can hardly get to sleep after work and you're up till maybe still 2-3 o'clock in the morning, and then maybe you finally get back to sleep, and then you wake up probably about maybe 10 o'clock, let's say, maybe 11, and you're kind of groggy. You don't really feel like doing anything even at 1 p.m. And then next thing you know, it's like time to go to work to get again. So it's been nuts. So yeah, so back here, back again, trying to cope with a a lot of things going on. As some of you may or may not have heard, I'm not entirely sure. Where I live here in the Texas of Canada, which is Alberta, renting a place, and I talked to the landlord, and because he always asks at around, this time in June, if we still want to sign on for another lease, another year. And we're like, yeah, sure, not a problem. Been here for 8 years. We're thinking about, just going another roundabout. And so we kind of agreed to it. And then on July the 8th, comes this mysterious email. Oh, hey, Christian, how's it going? Nice to see you here tonight. Glad you could be here and stop by on this Titillating Tuesday. Anyway, so we get this email on July the 8th saying, out of the blue, oh, hey, I decided to sell the place and you guys need to be out at the end of July. And it's like, oh, what? Like, first of all, you have to give a written notice, at least, here in Alberta. And I'm sure most other provinces as well. And on top of that, you have to give 90 days notice. You have to give enough time for the renter to find a place. You love titillating? Well, guess what? I love it too. But you have to give 90 days notice. And I'm like, no, you have to give 90 days notice. That's what the law is. And anyway, so I've been trying to get a hold of him, been trying to phone him, and apparently his older brother, Mike, is now in charge of maintenance and whatnot. And it's like, oh, well, great. Nice to know that in advance. That's just peachy. Anyway, so essentially he's been ghosting me the whole time, not answering his phone. He won't pick up his phone. And just when I got off work today, he sends another email saying, hey, there's really nothing more to talk about. I'm selling the place. There's nothing further to update on my end. As previously emailed, I'm putting the place up for sale, not signing a new fixed term rental agreement with you. Therefore, you have to move out. So it's like, well, it doesn't matter. Whether you want us out by noon on July 31st, you still have to give 3 months notice. And later on, oh, I know that pain. I just got kicked out of my old apartment for Christmas for the same reason. Owner sold the joint. Oh, crap. Really? At Christmas time too? Damn, dude. Like, really? Like, not exactly sure where you are, but, I'm sure they have to give you at least 90 days notice. Well, at least here. So, so he's still insisting that we get out of here at the end of July. Anyway, tons of people are saying, no, it's 90 days. I'd be contacting a lawyer or, and the Alberta Tenants Landlord board. So it's, oh God. I'm really honestly trying not to stress out because, I just got this job like a little over a month ago, like a month and a week ago, basically, literally a month and a week ago. And I'm very great, as hard as the work is, I'm very grateful to have the job. Really. Like I just started out of months of not being able to find work. And then this happens. So, to throw a wrench into things, like, the old saying, if it wasn't for bad luck, I wouldn't have any luck at all. Well, that's pretty much it. So, Christian Delorme, a joke to cheer you up. A guy goes into a tattoo parlor and gets the words, I love you, inked on his private parts. He goes home and says, and his wife says, hey, stop trying to put words in my mouth. Ah, crap. I hope my wife is not watching this. That joke is on you, my friend. That is on you. However, I did read it, so I guess it's partially on me. Linrod, yeah, in Wisconsin? I'm guessing that's Wisconsin. You can't be kicked out while it's still winter. Yeah, same here. Same here. So so I had a time, bought my house not long afterwards, and it's been fine since. Well, thank God for you. Really, honestly, I'm glad. Um, have I been able to contact the new owners? No. You know what? It hasn't said anything. Just, the rental, the rental, the realtor said, email the damage transfer, the damage deposit, and blah blah blah. Hey, pops, nice to see you here, man. Greatly appreciate it. Hang in there. Yeah, I'm trying, man. I am really, honest to God, I am so trying hard. I am seriously, really, honest to God, not trying to stress out. Like, and it's been really hard. Especially if you're a dad and you got a daughter. Well, you got a family, right? Essentially. And and there's not a lot of things around here on top of that, um, to rent. And my son actually just moved into a basement apartment, I suppose you could say. Um, it's finished basement. We just got done helping him and cleaning it out and whatnot, and perish the thought of having to move in with my son. Us. So, then again, I mean, if things come to come to, I don't know what the word is that I'm looking for right now, but we might have to store our stuff at his place, and that's just, it shouldn't be like that. It really honestly shouldn't. And I'm not trying to, you know, get get on here to bitch and complain. I'm really honestly not. Um, I I just I just sometimes I just honestly do not know what to do. I really honestly don't. Uh uh and that's the last of that Sprite. So I should be good to go with that sugar rush. Um, it's when you're trying to figure out stuff and you don't know what more you could do. Just hope and pray, I guess. So I get paid Thursday and I have your PayPal. I'll send you some. You know what, dude? You don't have to. I mean, if you want to, dude, I appreciate it. Honest to God, I really do. Don't feel you have to. Um, you know, um, but I appreciate it. If you want to, I'll leave it up to you. Um, I'm almost reminded of that Scarlet. What was it? The, what was her name again? God, that movie that I just have never seen yet. I have always relied on the kindness of strangers. So, God, I don't know why that just popped in my head. However, with with some of the good news, I guess, going on for lack of news, I guess. What can I say? I'm almost at 350 almost at 350 subscribers, which is awesome. And you know what? On top of that, I have hit over 1,000 hours. Um, 346 when I lost two. Oh well, that's okay. I'm still near 350 and at 1,080 public watched hours. So you know what? Uh doing good. Um By the way, Delorme, the last E is silent. You sound American. Well, I'm close enough. I'm Canadian. So, um, and Lenrod, I know that movie is from. Yeah, I know. I can't think of the name either. It's annoying because I know it's like one of the most popular movies in cinematic history. Um, no, 1,080 hours isn't that enough to start monetizing? No, actually, I need 3,000 more and 1,000 subscribers. So to even put in the application to ask YouTube to get monetized. So Gone with the Wind. Yes. Thank you, Christian. That's the movie. So Gone with the Wind. Yeah, no, 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. That's how much I need. So with everything going on, what I was going to do for August the 4th is do a 1-year celebratory 1-year anniversary YouTube thing. So, Miss Scarlet, that's right, Miss Scarlet. I've always depended on the kindness of strangers. So, to which, what was he, a colonel or something like that? I've never watched Gone with the Wind. And it's like, frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. So, I mean, everybody knows that line. So, and yeah, party, party, party. So, that's true. I trust me, I really, honest to God, do want to do a 1-year anniversary since I actually started this channel. It was either August 3rd or August 4th. And I'm pretty sure it was August 4th. And if I look into my YouTube channel history, more than likely it is August the 4th. And if that's the case, then yeah, I do want to do that. However, it depends on this whole situation that's going on. So a lot of people are like, stay there. You have until technically October the 8th, which is like, 90 days, 3 months. So, stay, contact a lawyer, fight for your right because, you do have a right as a tenant. And I do want to fight for this because I am sick and tired of of being the little guy constantly, and just being pushed around just because people think they're better, or or just have one up on you. Actually, it's August 3rd, so it would be August 3rd if I do. You know, we all have inalienable rights. So, and I don't mean to be a pain in the ass to other people, but like I said, less or a little over 20 days is just not enough. You can't just do that. Yeah, keep your wife away. I'll try to. So she's upstairs right now. So if worst comes to worst, we just might have to move in with our son. And thank God he has a lot of room, and the place that he's renting is actually pretty cheap. And the guy there is, seems like a very nice person. He's almost on disability, older German guy. So, if that would be the case, because my son spends $600, if we were to split that with him, that'd be like $300 for the month. However, then again, it would make doing these videos probably a little bit more difficult and pretty crammed, especially with all the stuff that we have. I don't know. I'm just thinking of possibilities, and right now I'm just ranting. So, yeah. So, I'm trying to figure things out. And also that's why there's been the lack of videos going on. And because work has been taking up a lot of time, uh, being, especially like I said before, on a rotating schedule. And it has not really been easy trying to find the time to do what I want to do, which is, this and reporting the news and getting the word out there. And yeah, trust me, I have considered buying a place, and the Canadian housing market is pretty much almost as bad as the US. So thanks to our glorious prime minister, yeehaw. um but yeah, I just want to get a deposit of some sort and just get our own place. I really, really do. I do have something somewhat to look up to. I have a friend who's all the way in England, who's also a YouTuber, and he reviews Transformers and whatnot on his channel. And I'm pretty sure that Crimson Toys, if he is still here, has heard of him. Ben's Collectibles. He's all the way in England. He used to live in Canada. He's planning on moving to Canada back again, actually. And in particular, in my neck of the woods, in actuality. Also, I know a realtor also in Calgary. Um, Egyptian guy, nice Christian guy, actually. That made the proposal a couple years ago. He said, like if you really wanted to buy your own house, and obviously, yes, I am. He said, brother, um, if you can get me clients, if you can get me, people that want to buy, then I will. If you can get me clients, I will give you the commission. And oh, you talk to me on Thursday. Okay, I'll talk to you on Thursday. Not a problem. So, with that in mind, I am putting the reviewer in contact with the realtor, and he has a substantial amount of money that he wants to spend on a place, and so should a deal go through with the both of them, then hopefully it will be enough for a down payment on a house. And you know what? At this point, I don't need a big giant house. I don't need a giant house. I just need a home. And that's it. As simple as that. Just want my own little space where I can do my YouTube videos and maybe a review or two. My own little office space. And I'd be happy with that. And, where my wife can have her own little studio to do her photography, and in a place so my daughter, who's 12 and a half right now, so she can have a dog, so she can have a pet, because right now obviously our landlord won't allow pets, probably soon to be former landlord, whatever. So I'm really also hoping that that pans out as well, because I need my own space, man. I need this. I need this bad. And I feel like, oh my God, I feel like I'm practically begging for a miracle to happen. And I'm not meaning to gush on you guys. I'm really honestly not. It's just that um it's that, you just sometimes you just need to vent. You just need to talk. And that's why I'm extremely grateful for you guys being here and listening, especially during this time right now. Um, yep, because mortgages are cheaper than rent. I can rent my place for double my monthly payment. Yeah, damn, that's awesome, dude. Maybe I should rent your place. um, yeah, maybe I should do that. Yeah, snuggle, frickle, puss. Yeah, it's okay, vent. Yeah, thanks, dude. I appreciate it. True that. Yeah, my house payment were half of what the average rent is in this area. Damn. Yeah. See, it's it's just I just got to push myself constantly, and this is what I do. This is what I try to do. I just you know, just try to keep on keeping on, you know, perseverance. Um and it's hard. It really is. And I know that all of you guys know that. To try to keep on keeping on. Um there are just a lot of days where I just feel like honest to God giving up because it feels like I have tried everything in my power to try to make something happen. And maybe that might be the problem. I'm trying to make something happen instead of just maybe letting something happen. I don't know. I really honestly don't know. Um, so, you know, um, so yeah. So that's what's been going on. And I've been droning about this for about a half an hour. So again, the best 6 minutes in a 2-hour show, right? So, oh yes, I forgot to ask, Mr. Lenrod, have you gotten that shirt yet? Now that you are here, never give up, never, dude. Just keep on fighting. Um, I hope you did. I'm pretty sure that the notice came that it finally was delivered. I hope it got to you safe and well. I hope you actually got it because you got it Friday. Awesome. And I wore it to my family get together on Saturday. Awesome, dude. I am happy. I hope it turned out well. I hope the size was big enough. So because I think you said two extra large or was an extra large. I forget which, but yeah. I hope I hope it came safe and sound and not tattered or anything like that. So, and Crimson Toys, yeah, I hear you, man. That's why I'm leaving BC, hopefully. Yeah. Size was right. Oh, thank God. Okay. Thank you, Jesus. So something went right. um, yeah, so it's been a wacky month. It's been weird. So um yeah, I'm just hoping to just keep trudging forward as much as I can. Um, so what's been some interesting news that's been going on lately? Well, let's see. I saw a teaser trailer for the Mandalorian season 3 actually yesterday. Um I don't know if anybody has seen it yet, and if not, if anybody wants to see it now. Because apparently this was released during the whole Star Wars celebration kind of thing that was taking place in Orlando, I believe it was. So um yeah, your family's blessing is you are a good man. I try, dude. I really honestly try. I really honestly do. I try to be an honest guy. Well, I shouldn't say I try to be an honest guy. Yeah, I stay pretty true. So because the opposite. Hold on a sec. Wait a minute. I was supposed to start immediately. No, being honest and true. Yeah, like they say, you catch more flies with sugar, you do with vinegar. So yeah, choose to be an honest guy. Okay, so here it is, the Mandalorian season 3 trailer. I am actually looking forward to this because this is probably the only decent Star Wars show that's still available. So here we go. And excuse me if it's a cam, but this is how it was snuck out.
What's worse, you did so of your own free will. You are no longer Mandalorian. Redemption is no longer possible since the destruction of our homeworld. You're cold.
Oh, you got it, dude. Watch season 1 and 2. It is good. So there it is. Season 3 trailer for The Mandalorian. Let's see. I like Disney Plus and I don't intend to get it. No, you know what? I don't ever intend to get it either. However, there are other ways to, how should I say, download the episodes. which is what I do, Crimson. So that's right. Don't need Disney P, cough, cough, wink. Exactly. So there are other means to go about to get those episodes. So but yeah, I'm actually looking forward to this because I do like The Mandalorian. It's the only decent Star Wars. Yes, you could hit up the high seas. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink, say no more. So, um, so let's see what else is going on. What went on past few weeks that I have not been on? Well, saw Thor: Love and Thunder. Yeah, it's yeah. Oh, God, that movie is such a joke, and not in a good way. I don't really recommend it. I really honestly don't. Crimson Toys. This was way better than that Flops Halo show. Waited years, and he takes his helmet off every episode. I know, right? Oh God! Like, okay, here's the thing about Halo. Before I go on my Thor rant, um, I only played the first Halo game. Okay, I tried to play the second one, when Windows Vista was was a thing, and it wouldn't even play properly on that. So I didn't really even get the chance to really play the second one. I like Halo, and even though I only played the first one, and I understand that there are multiple books out, and as far as I know, there was even a film, like an indie film, I think, of some sort. So I know there's a lot of canon, a lot of history of the Halo franchise that's out there. And yeah, even my wife, who's not really an avid gamer, is like, she was fairly excited. She liked it. And I suppose, you know, for me, it was okay, but even I know that Master Chief doesn't take off the Spartan armor. So, to take it off every time, all the time, um, it just removes the whole mystique from Master Chief. It's like, there's a dude under there. It's like, but you never really get to see him, as far as I know, in any of the games or books or whatever, right? He's just kind of stuck in the armor. Hey, Phantom Outsider. Hail, dude. Nice of you to show up. Awesome. How you been doing? But yeah, it's like you know he's not supposed to be out of the armor. He's kind of like locked in there, right? So he was never meant to be seen. Um but yeah, the whole Halo show just it takes it away. Takes away that whole mystique. The whole mystery, right? But yeah, whatever. And then of course the big switcheroo at the end, right? At the at the end of the series, where Cortana just essentially gets what she wants, right? And just, takes over Master Chief. It's like, oh my god, this is just bull crap. I'm sorry. But yeah, exactly, Lenrod. Yeah. Chief was never meant to be seen. The player is him. Exactly. Right. So, oh, what's the discussion about? Just finished watching Anti-Derivatives Jail's Orville episode 7 review. What's the discussion about? Well, let's see. You miss a half an hour about me ranting about how my landlord has essentially given me a little over 20 days to get out of the place because on a whim he decided to sell it and not adhering to the law where he should be giving us like at least 90 days notice, and is wanting me out at the end of July. So there's a little bit of pressure going on right there to find another place, get out, and especially where I just found a job a little over a month ago. And there's few prospects around here. So that's kind of what's going on. And then I was getting into entertainment. And then I just played the Mandalorian season 3 teaser trailer. So unfortunately you missed that and you might have to catch that on the replay. So, but yeah, Thor Love and Thunder. My God, it's like this movie could have just been written by children. It's not, how should I put it? I don't want to say it's not good. It's just not for adults. Let's put it that way. Yeah, it does suck. It really does. But yeah, I just relocated. See, I can't even talk, right? Just too stressed out almost. More than a month ago. Really, dude. Oh my god. Jeez. It's sorry to hear that too, man. Anyway, yeah, well, I hope things work out for you. So, but no, it's like the entire movie was written by children, and it seems like that Taika Waititi or whatever his name is. It just seems like the whole thing was pretty much like this whole movie was told by Korg, right? So this is all from Korg's point of view. Uh, and it just seems like one big Korg ego trip because obviously Taika Waititi or whatever you pronounce his name. Um, it's like this was like a little bit of an ego trip because God, the guy just constantly ends up yammering pretty much at the most inappropriate moments, and at first I thought screaming goats were kind of funny, but it's like the joke that carries on and you get tired of hearing it, and that was pretty much it. Oh, and King Valkyrie. Don't forget King Valkyrie. Like, oh God, Jesus, please stop. Just stop. And even though Jane has cancer, it's like, still making jokes about it? Like, what? I'm sorry. It was just not good. It was not really a good movie. Um, yeah, precisely. When everything is a joke, nothing is. Precisely. So there was that. Um, and then my wife and I ended up watching The Terminal List with Chris Pratt, which is on Amazon Plus. Yeah, Amazon Plus. And not that I'm, yeah, the butt cancer. Oh, God. She has the ass cancer. Frick. Oh, God. Yes. Thank you for that. I needed that. Not the butt cancer, but the joke. Um, but oh, jeez, the butt cancer. Um, but the Terminalist with Chris Pratt, that's on Amazon Plus. That was a decent series. I would highly recommend watching that. That was good. It was nothing but good all straight through. I don't really want to give a lot of spoilers at. I'll probably make a review of that. I probably will because, I don't like to constantly report on crappy news all the time. I want to give like at least some sort of glimmer of hope. So I think we're gonna do that. I'm gonna make a little review of the Terminal List. So, um, and I know a lot of reviewers out there are hating on it, but people are liking it, which obviously you should never listen to those kind of reviewers. Just me, because I'm actually the good reviewer of all this. So, yeah, it's because he plays a strong military. He plays a Navy SEAL in this, and it's obviously a strong male protagonist. And something happens to his squad, and something happens to his wife and daughter. I don't want to say what, because I don't want to spoil it for you guys. I actually want you to check it out and watch it. It's really good. It's only 8 episodes long. God, you can watch it in a day. I mean, the episodes are about around an hour long. So if you really got a good day to waste of just vegetating on the couch where you just really don't feel like anything, or if you want to do it over a couple of days or something like that, or like a good long weekend or something like that, watch it. um yeah, Navy SEALs, that was awful. I know, right? Heaven forbid you have a strong male type. um but something happens to his squad, um and he's the only survivor. And so the military is like, okay, please recall the events. And the military is saying, oh no, but we have this recording and it's different. So we're starting to question, did I give a false statement? Am I recalling this whole entire thing wrong? And it leads down a whole series of events where he finds out something really terrible has happened to, the people around him, and ultimately his family on top of that. So, which sends him down a path of revenge. And the ending is quite shocking as well. It's sad and shocking, and it's wow. It's good. It's really good, and it's also a story of a guy that has nothing left to lose, literally. So, so that was good. I once gave a false statement and I didn't realize it until later. Yeah, I know. I mean, we've all done that pretty much at one point or another. But but he finds out that he's actually right in his statement, and that people are trying to falsify it or trying to make him doubt that that such events took place. So, but gets out of that really soon. So it's a good series to watch. I would really highly recommend checking it out. I seriously would. There was something else that I wanted to check. Something about, trying to recall here, about Sylvester Stallone. Apparently, there is a movie that he wants to put out that might be coming out soon, apparently. Trying to figure out what the movie is called again. Where he plays a superhero, I believe it was. And some people are thinking, oh, no, you're just too old. You don't need to, get back in the spotlight whatsoever. And I'm probably actually looking forward to this. I'm trying to remember what the movie is called. But I can't find it right now, and I want to, just because I gotta keep the show going for obvious reasons. There we go. Okay, yeah. Samaritan. Yeah, Sly does like to keep busy, doesn't he? Hey, Dave CT is here. How's it going, Dave? Nice that you could drop by, actually, today. Great to have you here. And again, Dave, sorry about the 2-week hiatus, also to Phantom Outsider as well. But yeah, things were busy with work, and I'm just trying to find the time to get back into the swing of things because work is nuts. Yes, actually, you know what? I'm going to share this screen because this actually does look pretty interesting. Brave tab. There we are. So here we are. New poster, plot synopsis, and images revealed for Sylvester Stallone's action film Samaritan. So, yeah, this is going to be on Prime Video. Released a brand new poster, images, synopsis for the upcoming Sylvester Stallone action film Samaritan. So, and as the poster says, 25 years ago, the world's greatest hero vanished. Ooh. Okay, so this is going to be interesting because I'm trying to picture Sylvester Stallone as a superhero. But this is what the article says. Okay. Samaritan, which stars Stallone as Mr. Smith. Really, Mr. Smith? Okay, fine, whatever. Follows the story of a 13-year-old Sam Cleary, played by Yvonne Wanna Walton, who suspects Stallone's character is really a legend hiding in plain sight. The official synopsis states 13-year-old Sam Cleary suspects that his mysterious and reclusive neighbor, Mr. Smith, is actually a legend hiding in plain sight. Yeah, okay, I think I just kind of read that. 20 years ago, Granite City superpowered vigilante Samaritan was reported dead after a fiery warehouse battle with his rival nemesis. Most believe Samaritan perished in the fire, but some in the city, like Sam, hope that he's still alive. It continues. So the synopsis concludes with crime on the rise and the city on the brink of chaos. Sam makes it his mission to coax his neighbor out of hiding to save the city from ruin. So, and it goes on talking about the film. Stallone said, "I love action films that have that also have heart. I wanted to be involved with Samaritan because the story has many layers that I think people can relate to." He continued, It's something a morality tale that is also very exciting to watch. We are thrilled that this will be seen globally on Prime Video, where my fans and all audiences can enjoy it together around the world." Well, that's not too bad. So, along Stallone and Walton, the film also stars Pilas Asbak. I even pronounce that. Dasha Polanco and Moyes Arias. Boy, these are some different names. It's directed by Julius Avery, based off a screenplay by Bragi F. Shute. Stallone also serves as a producer alongside Braden Attergood. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, so Samaritan arrives on Prime Video on August 26th. You know what? This probably might be pretty good. I think it might be. I don't know. I think it might be pretty decent to watch. Phantom Outsider. So, works with Mr. Peanut, he said. Works with nuts. Yes. I am nuts. I work with nuts. I work with nutty people all the time, it seems like sometimes. So, Odd Samaritan was codenamed for Bruce Willis's character in Unbreakable. You know what? I never did actually watch Unbreakable. I don't know if it's any good or not. So, if anybody knows, let me know. Maybe I might check that out as well. You know what? And some people might criticize, oh, now he's too old. I don't think so. I think this is probably what some people need. Because, and follow me here for a sec, which I know you guys can. You know, some of these action heroes, I mean, they know what makes a story tick. You know, I mean, they were action heroes for a reason, right? Plus, on top of that, they know how to connect with audiences. They know what audience wants to see, not what Hollywood thinks audiences want to see now. I don't know. Maybe this might be actually a decent movie. I'm hoping so. I do like Sylvester Stallone. You know, in pretty much any movie that he's been in, I really have not seen a bad Stallone movie, I don't think. So, you know what? And if he wants to do it, all the power to him. I mean, you know, why not? Stallone. Because, I mean, you know, if you think about it even more so, how long are we going to have these actors around for? I mean, it seems like everybody's like dropping like flies left, right, and center. And I don't mean to sound morbid or anything like that, but hey, I'll take whatever I can get. Before we're left with the the dregs of Hollywood. So, let's put it that way. Yeah, 80s action was awesome. It was, right? It totally was. Um, it's the stuff that made everything, yeah, everything awesome. And Lenrod, yeah, you're never too old to keep working. Look at Ernest Borgnine. Yeah, he was still doing stuff at 100. Exactly, right? So just because somebody, is going around saying, "Oh no, you're too old," you know what? Pfft, it's because they're not even close to that age, and they think that their opinion is more valid than anybody else's. And I don't listen to that. If he wants to do a movie, let him do a movie. So if he thinks he's still fit enough to do something, I'm all good with it. And you know what? I'm sure that a lot of actors would jump at the chance to want to work with, like, Stallone or Bruce Willis. I mean, unfortunately, even though Bruce Willis is, and I'm not meaning to sound crass whatsoever, but unfortunately losing his mind. Uh yeah, why not, right? Go for it. Um the end of Unbreakable was disappointing. Okay, well, now that I know that, I guess I don't have to watch it. Um Yeah, if the part's right, it's fine. Exactly, right? If there's decent writing involved, then then I'm okay with that. I'm fine. I'm just peachy keen with it. So, what else? There was something else that I recently saw about Stallone. Something about Rocky. Oh, there it is. Yeah. Yeah, Sylvester Stallone reiterates desire to get back at least a little of what's left my rights to Rocky. This is a painful subject that eats at my soul. Wow. So, and this is what it says also. In the latest development of Sylvester Stallone's ongoing battle over the rights to Rocky, the Hollywood action star has issued a call to current franchise rights holder Irwin Winkler to return to him at least a little of what's left of his own respective stakes in the iconic series. Wow. So, sharing a very flattering portrait of the great Rocky Creed producer Irwin Winkler from one of the country's greatest artists, piece of art depicting Winkler as a snake with a dagger coming out of its mouth, to his personal Instagram account on July 18th. Stallone asserted also, after Irwin controlling Rocky for over 47 years and now Creed, I really would like to have at least a little of what's left of my rights back before passing it on to only your children. Oh, wow. Damn. I mean, Stallone did write the. Yeah, thank you, Phantom Outsider. Yes, he did write the movie, right? He did. So, I mean, come on. Give him a little bit of it. So, I mean, I think, fair is fair. Come on, man. Like 47 years. Like, what are you going to do? I believe that this would be a fair gesture from this 93-year-old gentleman, declaring the actor in now his his now deleted post. This is a painful subject that eats at my soul because I wanted to leave something of Rocky for my children. Yeah, I mean, that's fair, right? He starred in the movie. That's fair enough. But it's always great hearing from the loyal fans, he concluded, signing off, keep punching, right? So, despite having created the character, starred in the first 8 films of the franchise, written 7 of them, and directed 4, and discussed by Stallone in a 2019 interview with Variety, the actor currently holds no ownership whatsoever regarding Rocky. Wow. Damn, right? I mentioned it a few times because after Rocky 2 came out, I made a ton of money, and then Rocky 3 hit, and it made more than all of them. I said I'd like to have some ownership since I invented it, he explained. And that never happened. So I have 0 ownership of Rocky. Wow, that's just a kick in the teeth, isn't it? Damn, talk about taking a hit. After recalling how his attorney at the time, Jake Bloom, shut down any of his requests for ownership under the auspices of that it just doesn't happen, Stallone was asked by the entertainment news outlet why he didn't further push the issue, to which he admitted, I think there was a certain code of business conduct, maybe not as much now, but back then, that you don't ruffle the feathers of the golden goose. Dang. The studio is the power and the agency relies upon them, and the attorneys are the go-betweens, he continued. When I finally confronted them just before Rocky IV in 1985, I said, does it bother you guys that I've written every word? I've choreographed it. I've been loyal to you. I promoted it, directed it, and I don't have 1% that I could leave my children. And the quote was, you got paid. And that was the end of the conversation. Damn. See, and that's how they see you. That's how they see some of these actors. Like, well, you got paid, whatever, right? We made our money and we own it. Crap. Like, yeah, and you're right, Lenrod. Yeah, it's so dumb that he doesn't get any ownership whatsoever. I mean, if you wrote the character, like intellectual property, right? You would think so. And Stallone, yeah, and Stallone threw Drago hit hard. Yeah, exactly, right? I mean, come on. Yep. And won an Academy Award for Best Screenplay as well. That's right. Exactly. So I love the system. Don't get me wrong, he added. My kids and their kids, they're taken care of because of the system. But there is a dark little Siegs. I can't read today. And people that have put it to you. They say the definition of Hollywood is someone who stabs you in the chest. They don't even hide it. No, they don't, of course. So, as of writing, neither Irwin or any representative from MGM Studios and the studio behind the Rocky films have publicly responded to Stallone's deleted Instagram post. Well, I'm not surprised. I mean, that's just a freaking shame. Man, that actually probably wants me to see the Samaritan movie even more now. Because, I mean, that's not right. You put your blood, your sweat, and your tears into something, and you know, only to have the response, well, you got paid, right? So, you made your money. God, you know, seen lots of old school actors get screwed early on from the documentaries. Yeah, exactly, right? So, um, hopefully he owns a percent of Rambo and Demolition Man. Yeah, exactly. Or I was going to say the Untouchables, but it's not the Untouchables. The one where it had all the action stars in it. Um, that came out like what, 10 years ago. The Expendables. I'm pretty sure he owns that because that was his brainchild, as far as I know. Um, but yeah, the Expendables. Yes, thank you, Ledrod. Yeah, the Expendables. Um, yeah, it's God, it's a pain. It's a stab in the back. See, this is why I got this little dream. And I know everything sounds like it, like like almost out of reach to probably some people. Um, yeah, music isn't that much better either. No, I know it isn't, Dave, because you know what? My dad was actually in the music industry and he had an album out and it's extremely cutthroat. And it's the same like graphic design. It's extremely cutthroat. It's always cutthroat. Anything in the entertainment industry is. Um, I got this crazy dream of uh opening up my own movie studio like Warner Brothers or Paramount. And I know something like that would cost millions upon millions of dollars to do that kind of thing. But only because I'm just so super frustrated and tired of all this crap being produced by Hollywood. You know, they make it sound like, oh no, this is what you want. Or, at first it might actually be pretty good. And then later on they just find some way to just screw you over, right? All the time. Um if there was a way to somehow and I'm trying to find time to look into it. If there's a way to get like some sort of government grant or God, you know what? Investors would even be a dream at this point of opening something. I don't know, finding, let's say 110 acres of land here in Alberta, maybe near Calgary or something like that. I don't know yet. But, and, opening up a movie lot where some really good storytellers out there can produce a movie away from all this other Hollywood wokeness crap that's out there and actually tell stories. And on top of that, let them retain ownership of it. You know, the whole um, movie production, would get a cut of it. But, owners should have ownership of what they're making. Um, it's the way to go. It's like comic creators having full ownership over the creators that they make. It's the way it should be, really. Lenrod, finding investors isn't so much the problem these days. The problem is convincing them it's worth the risk. No, that is entirely true. Because investors totally want, return on their investment, obviously, and I get that. Um, so, with studios getting 5% or thereabouts, yeah, exactly right. Unfortunately, Hollywood has their fingers in every aspect of movie making. No, that is true. That is totally true. I will work with that group and never work again. Exactly. Where they would just say, you'll never work in this town again. No, I'm fully aware of that. And it's and it's totally a tactic that obviously they would use. So I don't know. It's like I said, it's just a dream. But now everything starts with a dream at some point, I suppose. So anyway, what I have to do is get some stuff sorted out. So I have to think of something. And try to figure out a lot of stuff going on right now. So first and foremost being I suppose where we're gonna live and what I'm gonna do about work. Um because if I had to like totally relocate to somewhere, further away from work, especially the way with gas prices are now, uh, I might have to find a new job if I can't find anything in town or around town. So, um, not meaning to make it sound like I'm just gonna cut it, but I'm probably gonna keep this one short instead of a whole 2 hours. So, and hopefully you guys obviously know that. So, yeah, and then there's that other thing too, trying to get them into the movie theaters, right? Hollywood, yeah, controls that too as well. Exactly, right? Because they would do something scrupulous like that. Um, where would be, if you show this movie, then we're never going to show our movies in your movie theater again. Yeah, I mean, they would do that kind of crappy thing. So, what area of the country? Well, this would be in Canada. And this is what I kind of thought of, right? Because it's not in the US. I don't know if that would make any kind of a difference, but if you don't completely show your hand, saying, if you don't say something like, we're just going to create content that's not woke, right? If you just immediately put that out there, then obviously they're going to have a strategy against something like that. Whereas you just put out there, oh, yeah, well, we're just a new movie studio and we're going to just put out movies and just leave it at that. I don't know. It's, again, it all takes planning. So, yeah, pay per view is an option. That's true. Also, Phantom Outsider. Uh, and a lot of things are going to streaming as well. So, you know what? That also would be an option as well. So, Iceland is, yeah, they are too, aren't they? Lately. Uh, Canada, I've heard, isn't even a real country anyway. We're real enough. So, um, that's an idea. Yeah. Let's call the movie Super Woke a parody film. Oh my God. You know what? That actually is a pretty damn good idea. That's actually probably a really, really good idea. Make a movie. It's kind of like, what was that movie that came out years ago? Idiocracy, where the guy was, he was in the military or something like that, and he was put through an experiment, but he was like asleep for, what was it? Something like 500 years, only to wake up. And, everybody was just basically idiots that were, sustaining themselves on, what was it, like, what was it, Gatorade or Mountain Dew or whatever, something stupid. Um, and yeah, I have a mess of ideas. None of them will ever be made because I can't write a script. You can do it, dude. I believe in you. Anybody can write. It just takes time. So, but yeah, that actually would be a pretty good idea. Super woke. A parody film. God, see, now you're getting the hamster in the brain working. Um, yeah, something like Idiocracy, but super woke, where everything is just so woke that you can't get any work done whatsoever because everybody's always tripping on their own pronouns or stupid assumptions and stuff like that. that might that might actually work pretty good. Um, you don't human very well. No, I think you human just fine. So, um, you know what? If you got an idea, write it down on paper, and eventually you kind of get used to writing isn't actually all that bad. It's actually kind of fun. So, yeah, exactly. Like Office Space, but, or Waiting but Woke. God. Yeah, like Office Space. That would be something. I could go along with that. We should actually come out with a script. There you go. Speaking of woke, apparently, what was it? I saw a story where, what was it? Princess Leia, what was it? Slave Leia was being censored from Return of the Jedi theatrical poster on a new licensed Star Wars shirt. Yeah, apparently because, nobody wants to see Slave Leia for some odd reason. So I think they replaced her with Hoth Leia. I think that's what it was. Let me see if I can try to find it here. There it is. Apparently on this t-shirt. Okay. Let me try to bring this up here. So, as you know, on the Return of the Jedi poster, there's obviously Slave Leia, right? We all know this. Apparently, speaking of woke, there's the Star Wars shirt, but part of it, they replaced it with Hoth Leia. Like, because we can't have Slave Leia. No, that would be just too sexy. Like, my God. Oh, God, Disney, I hate you so much. Frig. Yeah, the insecure blue hair Jabba the Hutt can't handle her. That's right, none can handle her. None. God, I had boy dreams back in the day. I'll tell you that much. So, back with, yeah, man, who didn't like Slave Leia? Everybody likes Slave Leia. Well, okay, everyone that matters likes Slave Leia. Let's put it that way. That's more accurate. Let's see. And what else? What else have I concluded? Watch the rest of Stranger Things 4, season 4. Be damn awesome. So I really honestly can't wait for season 5. That's going to be sweet. And I'm hoping that they actually finish it up. So in a nice, neat little package. Apparently, what's her name there? The one that plays 11. Millie Bobby Brown. Apparently she's complaining, saying that to the Duffer brothers that you're not killing enough characters. It's like, well, how many do you want to kill off? Like, I don't know, 50%? Sorry, I didn't like Slave Leia. She was too damn dangerous. Use the woke, Lukey. Exactly. Yes, Phantom Outsider. Dangerous indeed. Oh my. Yeah, I think that's pretty much everything that I can go through tonight. So what I'm gonna do, as we're basically an hour 18 minutes in, and I got stuff to do. Yeah, they must be listening to Metallica Kill Them All. Probably. So there's some things I got to figure out here about what's going on. As it gets closer to the end of the month, I'm going to see what's going on. I'm going to talk to a few lawyers. I'm going to talk to the Alberta rentalsmen here in the province, and see what kind of advice I can get here. Because here in the province, where you would be after a lease, you would be automatically on a month to month because we did pay for June. That we do have 3 full tenancy months, and I'm actually reading this from the website as well. That notice must be given on or before 90 days before the last day of the tenancy year to be effective on the last day of the tenancy year. If it's a yearly, but for a month to month, it's like a full tenancy. So I'm going to phone some people tomorrow. I'm going to see if I can talk to a lawyer that actually won't charge me like maybe, I don't know, $150 an hour or something like that. There's a couple of lawyers in town, and hopefully I can get their take on it. Their advice. You know what? I'm probably going to talk to the sheriff here in town as well. Because if it does come to it at the end of the month and they try to call the police to try to lock the place up so we can't get our stuff, I'm going to talk to them beforehand and see what I can do, because we got rights as landlords and tenants. They each have rights, and they do here in Alberta. They do have a landlord tenant. How should I put it? They have a tenancy act here, for landlords and for tenants, and there is a number that I can call for that kind of thing to that goes on. So, and I talked to the ones, and they said no, you have like a whole 90 days essentially, which I plan on fully taking advantage of. 3 full tenancy months. That's what the law says here in Alberta. So I'm going to look further into what my rights are, and I'm going to tell the landlord, like, no, this is what the law says, and that's that. And if you don't like it, well, then fine. In Alberta, we also have squatters' rights on top of that. So, yeah. So, I mean, I know, my wife just wants to move, and and I understand that. I really honestly do. The thing is, if nobody stands up to people like this, then who's gonna? Really, honestly, who's gonna? But on top of that, I also have to keep in mind that, I mean, we do have a daughter. We do have she's 12 and a half. And, I also have to keep her sanity in mind. So her stress as well, because it's sometimes it might look easy for kids to cope with something, but not all the time. Hey, John, how's it going? You know what? I was almost about to close up too, but I'm glad to see that you made it here. Yeah, how's it going, bud? Nice that you can drop by. So yeah, so I think that's what I'm gonna do. Uh, Hopefully after work, or during a break, I'm going to see if I can just call a few people while I'm at work, and see what I can do. That's pretty much the size of it. So, because I'm tired of taking it, so to speak. So, John, hope things go for you well, brother. Glad to be here. Yeah, thanks, John. I really appreciate it. Honest to God, I do. Really. Just all of you, if you can, just pray that things go well or that, a miracle happens. You know what? The weird thing is, 8 years ago, or a little over it, obviously 8 years ago, we literally found this place, like quite literally at the last minute, like with one day after our previous landlord decided she was going to sell the place, and I had lost my job and couldn't pay rent for 2 months, and we got kicked out of there, only to find this like literally on the last day. And so it's kind of weird how the same thing is kind of happening again. So hopefully things go well this time. I'm really hoping to. So, but usually I would go on for about 2 hours, unless I can hang on for maybe another half an hour talking about, random who knows what. So, and on top of that, that being said, I thought, Christian had another joke that he was going to tell. I don't even know if he's still here in the chat, but, and if he is, do you have another joke to tell? I don't know. So, yeah, maybe you can put an offer out to buy the apartment yourself. Yeah, because we're in a duplex, and it's not bad, and I like our neighbors; they're nice too as well. Yeah, maybe there's a way. Who knows? I mean, over the 8 years that we've been here, what I spent on rent, my wife kind of worked it out, like over $100,000. So something like that. It's a lot of money. So yeah, maybe there is a way. Who knows? I don't know. Because if that's the case, well then, I'll totally do that. Buy this place. Then I don't have to think about it anymore. You know, unless some other miracle happened and I fell into a whole bunch of money, and I just told the landlord, okay, how much you want for the place? I'll put down payment on it right now. God, I would be totally elated if I ran into money like that. So, the other big thing is too, is that now I'm going to have to change the address on my website, on my business website at freelancegraphics.com. That's freelance graphics with a K at the end. And other stuff like that. It's going to be so freaking annoying. To have to do that all over again. God, it's going to be such a pain. But I suppose it's a small price to pay, really, when you think about it. Oh well, could be worse. Thank God it ain't, right? So, put a GoFundMe out for buying it. Oh my God, can you imagine? Come to Pennsylvania, dude. You know what? If I had a job waiting for me in the States and they actually accepted me, yeah, I'd move to the States. Is it a red state? I don't know. If it's a red state, I'd feel actually more comfortable, because I think the only red states would be like Texas or Florida, to be quite honest. So And Lenrod, I actually put an offer into my former landlord for my old apartment. It was less than what he wanted, but wound up being more than what he sold the place for. Really? Oh, that's interesting. Purple state is Pennsylvania. Oh, okay. Well, so blue state at the moment, but we are hopeful for November. God, yes, I hope so. I really honestly hope so. Um, that would be fantastic because you know what? Pennsylvania is a very nice state. I've been there, been through there before, way back when. So beautiful state. And I think Texas would be too hot because I think right now they're going through a major heat wave and it's like what 90 degrees Fahrenheit. Here in Alberta was like 80 Fahrenheit, which would be about 27 degrees Celsius here in Canada. So little knowledge for all you American folks out down there. Um, yeah, if I had a job waiting for me that I could apply for, then no doubt I would love to move to the States, depending, of course, where. Something that obviously isn't too woke. Yeah, we got snow, we got ice, we got summer for 3 months almost. Damn. That's almost sounding like here in Canada then. so so it's really no different. um let's see what else here. Um yeah, if that would happen, putting up a GoFundMe, that that would be that would be the thing, wouldn't it? Uh and hmm, I wonder if I should ask the landlord. Okay, you know what? I've given you like, almost $100,000 in rent money. How much is selling the place for? I wonder how much I could raise. Boy. Oh, you got me dreaming now, Lenrod. so, thought Canada only had like 2 weeks of summer. Wow, when you go somewhere else. Well, right now, yeah. I suppose it depends where in Canada, where you are. You could ask Crimson Toy as well because he's in British Columbia, and I'm just next door to him in Alberta. So we get some really nice hot summers here in Alberta. So where he is Pacific, I'm sure he enjoys uh, something with a bit of moisture in the air. I imagine I forget exactly where precisely he's at in British Columbia, but I'm sure it's pretty hot there at times too. So don't know, not entirely sure. Um, so yeah, I think what I am going to do is call it a night at this point and see what I can do. Gonna talk to the wife, gonna try to contact a few people and see what happens and hope for the best. Yeah. Much more sun, rainy winters. Yeah, by the coast here. Yeah, I know. Lucky you. Jeez. Don't have so much snow, depending where you're at. Man, I'd give anything for rain in the winter. So Calgary, Alberta, Canada, the home of the Landstorm and the Hart family. Exactly. That school is still operating, just to let you know, that wrestling school owned by the Harts. So no word of a lie. I haven't checked it out that, you know, I'd love to check it out though at some point. Anyway, so I'm doing a Minnesota goodbye at this point. Um so yeah, so hopefully there will be a show next week to actually do. I'm hoping. If there's not, I'll try to keep you guys posted either on Facebook or on Twitter. Um, or if I happen to, or if I happen to see you guys in the other videos, in the other chats. You know, if he is truly planning selling on this place, my God, you know what, Linrod, I actually cannot get that thought out of my mind of putting up a GoFundMe to actually put a down payment on this place. Oh my God. Um, God, that'd be a long shot. That's actually swimming around in my head, and now I can't even get it out. Yeah, now sing the goodbye song from The Sound of Music. I forget how the tune goes. And John, yeah, keep the faith, my brother. Good things will happen. My prayers for you and your family continue. Thanks, man. I really, honest to God, appreciate it very much. Yeah, we just need lots of prayers right now. Yeah, do it. You never know. Yeah, that's true too. Yeah, hope you have some good news soon. I really do. I really honestly wonder if I should. Um, I I I don't even know. I don't even know how much to ask for, even if I did such a thing. Um, God, because if it was something stupid like 30,000, I'd be like a laughing stock. It seems like, or 20,000. I really honestly don't know. Um, and now I can't even get the thought out of my head. Um, yeah. Goodbye, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, goodbye. Yeah, see, that's how it goes, isn't it? So yeah, or I might do another live broadcast maybe in a couple of days, and instead of another review video or something like that, depending on how time goes, I guess. You know what? Give me a couple of days to think about that. Yeah, something to check out, man. Never know. Cheers. Yeah, I've only heard that Tune on Family Guy. Okay. You know what? How about this? Give me a couple of days to think about it. If some of you want to contact me, that I can bounce ideas off of, something like this. If I can, this is going to be so weird coming out of my mouth. If I can rely on you guys to spread something like this to the ungodly regions of the netherverse of the internet to make it happen. This sounds so odd coming out of my mouth. It's like I'm almost like begging for money so I have a home. But it's a good idea in a way, let me get back to you guys in a couple days. Maybe I'll do another live chat and see how that goes. Okay. And because yeah, you never know what might happen. Okay. So with that being said, I will let you find people go this evening and and pray to God that something good happens. Let's put it that way. So but you know what? I really appreciate all of you showing up and being here. Who was the first here? Well, Lenrod was obviously the first here, and then we had Crimson Toys and Snaggle Fricklepuss. I don't know if he's still here or whatnot, and Christian Delorme, because he said the E was silent, so I remember that much. And Pops, I don't know if you're still here, but thank you very much for showing up. And Phantom Outsider, thank you also, and Dave CT, thank you as well for coming by today. Really appreciate it. And John Rendell, of course, because you are here as well. So, and Lenrod, yes, I got your email as well. And John, I appreciate you also, being here as well. And Lenrod, I'm so glad that you got the t-shirt. So, yeah. So, give me a couple days. If another live video comes on soon, then I'll I'll get my answer, I guess, of maybe doing a GoFundMe. I know that sounds nuts, but you know what? I'm reminded of a quote from Beast Wars, from Transformers Beast Wars, where Optimus Primal says, "Sometimes crazy works." And sometimes, you know what? Sometimes it does. I mean, hey, crazier things have happened. And you know what? If it gives my daughter a home where she can finally have a puppy that she's always wanted, um, hey, I'm down with that. I'm you know, I am. So, all right, guys. Well, you know what? This is the Comic Relief Crusader. I'm gonna sign off now, and I will talk to you guys soon. All right. And thank you all for showing up. I really love you guys. Really appreciate all of you for coming by. And I will talk to you guys soon. So it's the Comic Relief Crusader. Stay tuned. Later.